Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out MTGRocks.com. And today we are going to be doing a vintage cube draft here on Magic Online. Now, vintage cube, for anybody who doesn't know, if you guys know what a cube is, it's a collection of cards that you can draft. Not for any particular set, just kind of all over across Magic. And vintage cube is my favorite cube because we get to play with power and some of the most absurd, powerful cards in Magic the Gathering. Now, on Magic Online, vintage cubes show up every now and again. And if you have a Magic Online account right now, you can actually get a free vintage cube draft, courtesy of Wizards of the Coast. So we are going to kick it off here. First draft, first pick. Let's see what we're working with. Echo of Eons, interesting card. Now, my draft strategy going into this, there's a few different kinds of archetypes we can take in this. Reanimator is generally a pretty strong one. Mono Green's usually really good as well. Looking at things like Survival of the Fittest is great. Lands are also a pretty strong pick as well. So my inclinations are to go to one of these two, Survival and Tropical Island. Hexdrinker also a pretty strong card as well. I think just to, try to keep ourselves potentially open to some more stuff and not necessarily keep us in on anything specific. I think I'm just going to take this land here, this trop. Yeah, we're going to take the Tropical Island. Move on to our next look here. All right. So some pretty decently strong cards in this pack. Upheaval, Brain Freeze if we're ever going for the Storm pick, which we very well could. Academy Ruins, also great because the Mindslaver lock is in this format. Scalding Tarn, also good, just kind of also, fetches us up. We already have a land that it can fetch up, which is very nice and strong as well. One of the things that one of the traps you can get into with this kind of a cube where there's so many powerful cards is not really having the mana to support what you're doing. So finding early lands is generally pretty nice, and these always generally go at a high premium. I'm going to take the Scalding Tarn just to kind of keep us open a bit here. Okay, cool. Next pack. So we do have an Exhume. If we ever wanted to go down the Reanimator strategy, we could go into some kind of like Sultai, Reanimator. Elder Gargaroth, also not terrible here. Torrential Gearhulk, not bad as well. Again, a bunch of other lands available to us. I think it might just be a safe pick to take the Exhume. And try to see if we can't build around this. We can keep this in mind for now. This may just be a card in our sideboard, but I think it would be nice to have. It's a solid card if we can actually make it work. All right, next up here. So there is Mindslaver in this pack. We did see Academy Ruins pass around, so it is possible we could take Mindslaver and just Mindslaver lock if we can get the Academy Ruins to pass back around. Finale of Devastation, also not a terrible pick. Just can get us some really big, dumb creatures. Trinket Mage would be good if we happen to find power, but we don't necessarily have power. I think I'm just going to stick with this potentially Mindslaver, and we'll see where we can build off from here. Maybe we can go down into some kind of artifact world. Oh. Okay. Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. If we can find some instant speed reanimation could be nice. Palinchron also could be nice if we find things like Heartbeat of Spring. To just double up our mana, we could go infinite there. Tireless Tracker, also not bad. I think I might just take the Emrakul just to kind of keep us in an okay spot. All right. So Ignoble Hierarch, Eternal Witness, or the Bayou all seem like fantastic picks. Also Ophiomancer, also not bad. I think I might just try to go with this Bayou, see if we can't get into some kind of Sultai reanimation deck. There's the Heartbeat of Spring that I mentioned earlier that we kind of missed out on having the Palinchron for. Kind of unfortunate. We're not really in red, so we're not really like looking at any of these guys here. Maybe Heartbeat of Spring isn't a bad play here. High Tide could be interesting. I think nothing extremely stands out to me. I'm just gonna take the Heartbeat for now. Blightsteel Colossus actually is also fantastic. If we can find some Signets to work with, Soulfire Grandmaster is also cool for a combo, but we're not really in that. Massacre Worm's a good reanimation target. I hate having to pass up a Blightsteel Colossus just because I know that Tinker could be a thing. I'm going to take the Worm Coil here. And Survival of the Fittest, pretty interesting card. Actually could be great for us to go with our reanimation package. Echo Vions is also interesting. I think Survival might be the play here. Survival, discard something, and then reanimate it with instant speed reanimation. Yeah, we'll hang on to that for now. Academy Ruins comes back, so we will probably snack this up. Gargaroth, sure. Finale of Devastation. Sure. Hoof. Wall of Roots isn't bad either. Let's take Hoof. Ignoble Hierarch's perfect for what we're doing, and Lumbering Fall is just more mana for us. Alright, sort by mana value. Alright, so things I'm not 100% committed to, Academy Ruins and Mindslaver. Yeah, at this moment, I'm not 100% committed to that. Everything else seems like it would fit nicely into kind of like our reanimation plan. We do need to find things like Entomb, Buried Alive, more reanimation spells like instant speed, reanimation, possibly some ramp. Okay, looking up at our next pack here. Okay, Mana Drain is kind of like Power. It's kind of hard to pass that up. Liliana Death's Majesty, another decent way to reanimate some things. It's not going to reanimate Emrakul, but it could be a cool way to reanimate something. Considering we are very light on blue, I really just don't want to have to take Mana Drain. Even though it's going to, like, whoever we pass it to is going to be very, very happy that we did. Birds of Paradise could be decent. But probably by the time we're using Mana Drain anyways, like, we're probably so late into the game. Birds of Paradise also not terrible. Acidic Slime also not a bad reanimation target. Just start blowing lands up. I'm going to take Mana Drain only just because it's just so hard to pass it up. It's just so hard to pass up Mana Drain. All right, now I think the next thing I'm looking at here is either this Overgrown Tomb or this Polluted Delta. We have a Bayou and a Trop, so this can actually fetch up both of those. Everything else in the pack doesn't seem exciting to me. I think I'm going to take Polluted Delta. I think that just makes the most sense here. All right, next up, Vampiric Tutor. Actually not a bad card. Archon of Cruelty, also a great reanimation spell. Signets here isn't bad for us to have open. I think I just want the Archon. Archon's castable for us as well. Maelstrom Pulse seems great for us as a good reanimation or a good removal spell. I like it. Heartbeat of Spring probably gone. truthfully. Golos is never bad. I think I like the Golos plan. Golos, one of my favorite cards. Basalt Monolith, Yawgmoth's Will, also decent. Plow Under is really, really good in the green decks, and this is, if we get to this amount of mana, just getting it off the, getting a couple lands and time walking our opponent for a couple turns while we continue to set up, I think sounds really nice. Kind of where I want to be. Let's move the camera over here a little bit here as well so that we can zoom in on our cards a little more. There we go. All right. So Oath of Druids is really interesting. Gonti and Scarab God. I think Scarab God is like another reason for us to play blue. We're already pretty heavily in the 5 cost. I think maybe Gargaroth isn't necessarily a fantastic card, but I think Scarab God is good enough. All right. Bone Shards actually. Oh, LED. Interesting. Frantic Search, Reman's generally good. I think Bone Shards is kind of exactly what we want. Just discard a creature, be able to reanimate it. I like Bone Shards. Let's get that in there. Okay. Ooh. Liliana comes back, as does Acidic Slime. I did want to take the Liliana only because I think we just need more ways to reanimate stuff. Overgrown Tomb comes back, so that's actually great for our deck. Manamorphose, might be okay. Sure, we'll take Manamorphose. Taiga, Search for Tomorrow, Progenitus. I don't think we'll have a need for Taiga. Maybe Search for Tomorrow is good. Sakura Tribe Elder or Nissa. Again, I'll take Nissa. Atarka's a good reanimation spell, and Oath of Druids, which, let's be honest here, depending on how we build our deck, we could technically be an Oath of Druids deck. Technically. We have enough big creatures at the top end. If we happen to find Oath of Druids, it could be really spicy. Which would probably mean we would need to cut Ignoble Hierarch and Nissa. Which, I mean, I'm not necessarily I'm not entirely unopposed to. All right, so really, really interesting pack here. Archon or Ashen Rider, really, really good reanimation spell. ETB and dice triggers. Get us an exile effect, which I think is generally really strong and probably better than, like, say, Craterhoof Behemoth. Primetime is also kind of nuts, but I think Archon is kind of just where I would like to be. Pack Rat, good discard outlet. Mana Flare. Bloodchief's Thirst, Ponder. Nothing exciting in this pack. Maybe Blood Chief's Thirst is just removal, especially if we're looking to Oath of Druids as well. Most likely, Mana Drain's not a card that we're going to cast right away. It's going to be kind of like a late game spell, if anything. Shallow Grave seems really nice. Bribery seems really good too. It's one of those two. Unfortunately, we don't have any white, so I would take Fractured Identity. Neither of those wheel, unfortunately, so I think I might just take the Shallow Grave. Let's cut these two. Let's see where we end up. Move these off to the sideboard for now. Move those to the board. Okay, Caracas, not bad. Thirst for Discovery, not bad. Inkwell Leviathan can just close games out. We're at 20 cards right now, so we don't need too much more to go with this. I think I'm just going to go with the Caracas just as a very strong way to get rid of certain things. Click Quagmire. Trop. Wooded Foothills, another great way to bring get some land diversity into play, because we can find our Trop and our Overgrown Tune and Bayou with it. Yeah, and nothing else is really exciting in the pack. I mean, Power Word Kill is probably pretty good, but I think I'm just going to take the Wooded Foothills. Channel, very interesting card. Windswept Heath, again, another good way to just get more lands into play. Avenger's not bad either, truthfully, as another reanimation spell. I'm going to just take the lands here. I think I want our mana to be really good. And apparently, nobody else wants mana. It's a little weird. Niv Reborn, not really what we're looking for. Deathcap Glade, maybe. Tovolar's Huntmaster could be a cool reanimation target. Just make some creatures. Sure. Rex Sage, Blooming Marsh, Corpse Dance. Yeah, we'll take Corpse Dance. Consecrated Sphinx is pretty good. It's always a pretty highly contested card, so we'll take that. Sphinx of the Steel Wind, also not a bad hit. Scavenging Ooze. Let's take the Scavenging Ooze. Inkwell Leviathan. So we're just getting a lot of cards. Okay, so reanimate discard outlets that we have. Bone Shards. Survival of the Fittest. Bone Shards and Survival of the Fittest kind of are two. And then reanimation wise, we have Exhume, Shallow Grave, Corpse Dance, Liliana. Oath of Druids can get us a host of really, really good creatures. Hissing Quagmire, sure. I'm half tempted to... Okay, Avenger of Zendikar, sure. And Deserted Beach, okay. Part of me wants to say, like, cut the Tovolar's Huntmaster only because I don't think... It's kind of bad for, like, the Oath of Druids plan. This doesn't make a big enough impact on the board that I would, like, want to think about having it in here. Sphinx of the Steel Wind can probably come out as well, just kind of as a general, like, this is like a sideboard tech card. And I'm either in on like Craterhoof or Inkwell. What's gonna suck is that our hand's gonna be super, super heavy on just stuff. And we're not super heavily vested in our like ramp plan that we have to like worry about things like, or that we could really like play this Mindslaver stuff. I think I'm just gonna stick Consecrated Sphinx in here as kind of our other card, and then we're just gonna go Bayou, Quagmire, Krakus, Lumbering Falls, Delta Tomb, Tarn, Trop, these two, and some basics. And I think we are just going 2/2/2 because we have ways to kind of fetch out a good segment of stuff. And I would like to be able to have like Mana Drain mana and Consecrated Sphinx mana if we absolutely need it. Oh, we need one more land. It will add one more black mana here. Okay. So let's go. Let's run it like this. Let's see how we fare in our round one. All right. And got a match. Welcome to match one. Opponent is going first, which can be a blessing for us. Mana Drain, Windswept Heath, Search for Tomorrow. Manamorphose seems okay. I mean, I this doesn't do a whole ton, but I think we'll just give it a whack here for a moment. We get to draw a couple. We have a couple draws at kind of what we're doing here. All right, no spell for our opponent. Let's go ahead and grab a Trop, and we will suspend Search for Tomorrow. And say go. Black-white for our opponent could be a Tide Hollow Scholar. Nope, no Tide Hollow Scholar. Fine by me. Maelstrom Pulse is pretty good. I think we're just going to Manamorphose now. Let's just get this out of our hand and draw. And we'll go green and black. Okay, Scalding Tarn, sure. Sadly, nothing to do with the mana, so we'll pass the turn. But we are going to get mana here with our Search for Tomorrow. So we'll get our blue source. Reginald, huh? It's quite good. Well, good thing we have a Maelstrom Pulse for that. Cast Search for Tomorrow. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves an island. Draw the Emrakul. Not incredibly exciting here. And we'll just pulse Mr. Regisaur here. I think Scalding Tarn is only going to be able to get us an island at this point. Imperial Seal, sure. Okay, and we draw our other island. Of course. Well, I guess we will just pass the turn, see what the Imperial sealed for. And we'll just mana drain that. Yeah, that's big ol' nope, sir. Arcana. Very interesting. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana total. We could finale for 5. We have a good number of 5s actually. I kind of want to do that. Let's see if we can't get anything else out of here. Okay, so we can't get anything specifically out of here at the moment. So what are we looking for 5s? For 5s, we have Golos and Scarab God. 6 would give us Consecrated Sphinx. Yeah, I think going for Consecrated Sphinx is actually quite nice. So 2 and 6. Green, green. Let's go for 6. Search library. And so the other thought is to go grab a Golos to find a land to put us more towards casting this Archon and stuff. I think I just want to draw some more cards. Okay, cool. Shallow Grave is good. Shallow Grave is very good for us because that will allow us to Seasoned Hollow Blade, sure. Blood Chief's Thirst, not a bad one. Let's go fetch up a Bayou. Two, 4, 6 mana. We'll just get in there for 4. Ooh. Opponent also playing Ashen Rider. Or playing like a Reanimator type of deal. Discards Karmic Guide. Caracas. Scarab God. Do they have Reanimation? They have Burial Rites. They get the Karmic Guide. And they're going to exile our Archon. Sure. Caracas, Overgrown Tomb. Not great. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could discard into Emrakul, but that would be. I guess the question is do they have a way to get rid of their own Archon? Okay, we're gonna hold full control here. End step. Maybe it's just Archon. Discard Archon. Okay, I'm just holding control for no reason. Shallow Grave will be good, though. Are you paying Echo? No, you're not. Okay. Alright, Plowunder's good. They exile our Archon, which is fine. They're down to 1. Iona. Blech. Well, we can just kill the Seasoned Hollowblade. Oh, they're gonna flashback Unburial Rites. That's really good. So Scavenging Ooze is gonna need to come into this match. Karmic Guide gets back Iona. And what are they gonna name? Black? They name Black. Okay. Well, Caracas is good for that. Caracas is good for that. Let's plow under your 2 lands. They can't pay for Echo. They play their land for turn. Bounce Iona. Okay. And Survival of the Fittest comes up. 5 and 3. So next turn we can do this. And we have no creatures in our bin, which kind of stinks. I guess let's force you to get rid of that Iona. Sure. Cast Scarab God. Say go. Next turn, we will get to reanimate Ashen Rider. We know that they're playing a land, so we're winning. Nice. Okay, game 1. Very, very good game 1. Okay, so Scavenging Ooze absolutely needs to come in here. I think that the Oath of Druids plan I mean, it could be fine. It's just it's going to be a bit rough. I think the Exhume gets a lot worse. Yeah, Exhume gets much worse with this. So I'm gonna bring in Scavenging Ooze to just try to play that little bit of extra long game. And we'll run it back. All right, match 2 or game 2. This hand's not terrible, honestly. This hand's not terrible. We can get some mana going. Search for tomorrow. We get Liliana online here. Yeah, I'm about it. I'm about it. Windswept Heath. Let's go find ourselves a Bayou. And suspend search for tomorrow and say go. The sooner we can get Liliana online, that would be spectacular. More lands, not quite as exciting. I don't think they have discard, so we're just going to do a little Lumbering Falls. Say go. Let's grab a forest. We'll search for tomorrow. Finale's not bad. Let's, oops. Let's thin the deck a little more here. Grab our Overgrown Tomb tapped. Say go. We actually could have grabbed, we could have finale'd for 2 to grab ourselves a Scavenging Ooze. May not be a bad idea to do it on the next turn here, but... Okay, nothing happening for our opponent. Very interesting. Very interesting. So if we Scavenging Ooze for 2, or we get a finale for Scavenging Ooze, and keep up a green mana to eat something. I think I'm just going to try to go for Liliana. Let's just see what happens. Okay. Let's make a zombie. Mill Bone Shards and Tropical Island. Sure. If our opponent decides they want to try to go for big brain shenanigans. Ooh, opponent missed a land drop. That kind of stinks. Kind of stinks, opponent. Let's plus. Ashen Rider, that seems quite nice. Let's Shallow Grave. Ashen Rider. Cheat your blue source. Sure. I think we're kind of just winning here. Opponent missed a land drop on the last turn, so they're kind of in a bad spot. Mr. Reginald, sure. It's unfortunate. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we'll hang on to that for next turn. 1, 2, 3. Pulse your guy. Plus our guy. We got Archon of Cruelty in the bin. That seems like a great reanimation target. And it's attack for 2. Or for 4. And you find a land opponent. Reanimate. Ooh. Reanimate our Archon. That stinks. Sack one of these tokens. Discard a Tarka, I guess. We'll reanimate a Tarka next turn. Seems pretty good to me. We could also ult and kill the Archon, but... Flying Trample, when it enters the battlefield, deals 5. Any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers. Polluted Delta. Ooh. No land. Ugh. Okay, that's not great. Well, I think we do need to do 1, 2, 1, 2. Go Finale X2. Search our library. Scavenging Ooze. Let's eat your Elish Norn. Eat your Reginald. Go to combat. Attack for lethal here. Opponent's going to have to block, and that's fine. Let's reanimate a Tarka. And slam all of it into our Archon. And say go. Opponent found another land. Good for them. Frantic search. Sure. Draw 2, discard 2, and untap some lands. So they would need to find, like, creature plus Unburial Rights and discard both of those. Archon, Unburial Rights, okay. And then, but then what do you exile, though, right? Like, what do you actually exile that keeps you alive here? There ain't much that keeps you alive. It's, yeah. Exiling a Tarka, that's totally fine. And we win. Nice, GG. All right, cool. We'll see you guys in round 2. We'll be back for round 2. All right, we are back for round 2 of our Vintage Cube. Playing a little Reanimator. Opponent is going first. We have an Exhume and some big creatures and nothing really else going for us, so we are thinking I have to ship it. Actually, could be much worse. I think I'm going to keep this and ship the Finale. So we have, okay, Ponder, sure. So we have Overgrown Tomb into Search for Tomorrow. Then we can go Manamorphose into Mana Drain if we need. Maelstrom Pulse, not a bad one. Let's keep this. Let's suspend Search. Say go. Blue-White, Mox Ruby. All right. Opponent kind of popping off here. Teferi. Kind of scary. That kind of sucks. That completely hoses our Search for Tomorrow. Okay. Well, that means we're just going to have to Maelstrom Pulse it to Teferi. Nahiri. Okay, less concerned about Nahiri. Less concerned about Nahiri, more concerned about Fairy. I mean, Nahiri is probably going to become a problem here shortly. Metalworker. Emrakul. It's not helpful. See what happens here. So they could have like Blightsteel. Alright, Nahiri again. Discarding Ancient Tomb. Land, tap Metalworker. Okay, no tapping Metalworker. So it's big plus. Turnabout. Mana drain turnabout. Add some mana. Plow under your island and your plow under your islands. Still no creature. So sadly, no ability to shallow grave. Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt. What's your last creature? This is some big dumb creature. Ugin. Well, that's pretty good. Yep, Eugene. And searches for... yes, Blightsteel. Battle Ball. Okay, or Battle Ball. It's pretty good. It's a lot of damage. Yep. Ow. Okay. And we died. Okay, so opponent's deck was kind of like Nahiri. Nahiri inspired, if you will. Blue, or like Jeskai or blue white. Against that particularly, I mean, the best thing I can think of would be to try to take their turns, but that's like, that's very, very, very niche. I will play first, though. Sure. A little slow, but we can make it work. Let's go turn. Mana Crypt. Opponent opened the absolute most bonkers thing I've ever seen. Let's go Windswept Teeth. Grab a Tomb, tapped. That's fine for now. Thirst, sure. How many times will our opponent die to Mana Crypt? Lost the flip. Okay, 17. Nice. Here comes white mana to fairy. I would be down for that. Okay, Signet. Signet to fairy. Land tax. Okay, well, I guess. That's interesting. Don't spell pierce me, bro. Exhume, huh? Turnabout. Okay. Eugene. Fine. I'm down with Eugene. Definitely am down to kill that. That's gas. How do I full control? Is it alt? Discard a card. Hold on. I need to figure out what the hotkey is. Hold and keep priority. Okay. Hold, keep priority. Holding control. Discard a card. Discard. Get rid of this. Discard this. Cast. Corpse Dance. Okay. Okay. Kill the Eugene. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Got him. Got him, chat. I say chat, but I'm recording a video. Yeah, get rid of all your entire board and take 15. Very nice. Very nice. Go into the next game. I think we just got to do a lot of the same. I don't think that there's much else to do here. Ooh, okay. I like this hand. I like having the mana drain into... Yeah, we'll keep this. Mana drain into Liliana. I'm down for that. Mox Ruby. Riftwing Cloudscape. Interesting. Lumbering Falls. Tats. What does Riftwing do? Just bounces a permanent. That's scary. We can't mana drain it, I guess, right? Tropical Island. This has got a couple more counters on it, so we can set up a little here. Thirst, sure. Get your thirst going. That's totally fine. Got another turn, sure. Emrakul. Let's go Bayou. Pass. Riftwing comes down. Or so they think. Drain Riftwing. See you later. Jace. Yeah, Jace is pretty good. Get that Brainstorm. So we're going to have 5 mana sitting in our pool here. I'm okay with that. We're going to just attack Jace as well. Blue, red, Ballista. Okay, that stinks. Oh, wait, does this fly? No, it just has hexproof. That stinks. Alright. Ooh, I like bone shards, though. Okay. Always yield. So we can kill Jace here. Let's go Polluted Delta. Let's go Bone Shards. Discard a card. Kill the... Oh, wait. Cancel. I mean, we just kill the Jace with the Bone Shards, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't let that Jace stick around, unfortunately. Sad, but true. Let's get Overground Tomb. Green, blue, animate. Go to combat. Attack with Lumbering Falls for 3. I tied, huh? Five mana. Coalition Relic, sure. Fairy, okay. Exhume is not great, but we could just continue to attack Teferi. I think we just need to develop our board a little here. Let's try to go Liliana. Golos, not bad. Not bad, but not the... I mean, I honestly don't mind that getting bounced to our hand, truthfully. I would be okay with getting to replay Golos again. Mana Crypt, sure. Oof. Big Eugene. Yep. Yep. Ooh, no attacks. Corpse Dance. I think I'm just down to Exhume. Get Caracas. And say go. Ooh, Coercive Portal. It's kind of cool. Tangle Wire. That's not cool. Yep, attack us to 9. Tap those 4. Shallow Grave, not a thing. We can really do at the moment. Okay, they can kill us here. Let's see if they. Okay, they don't. They can kill us by just putting up for another counter on Ballista, attacking us, and removing the counters to kill us. Yeah, they win. GG. All right, we'll see. Let's go to match 3. See if we can't finish out strong with these guys. This one, we'll see you in match 3. All right, welcome to match 3. We are gonna go first here in our vintage cube. Hand doesn't have anything going for it, so we're just gonna ship. Hand's got more going for it. So we're gonna get a couple lands here in there, so we're gonna keep. I'm gonna ship the Atarka and suspend Search for Morrow and hope we draw a land. Black Source would be ideal. Alright, Search for Morrow, come on, land. That's not a land. Okay. Well, we're waiting on Search for Tomorrow. Then Search for Tomorrow is going to have to get us a Black Source, and we're going to have to try to go from there. Move that up, keep, stop. Grix is for our opponent here. Alright, no counter, Reno. Search for Tomorrow, please. Alright, that's good. Black Source. Corpse Dance. Alright, so what we need is to find a land. And then wait a turn. And Corpse Dance back our Emrakul. Or something like that. Something to that effect. Show and tell. I mean, okay, opponent, if you want to show and tell, I guess I'll show and tell. Sure. Clip it. That's an MTG top 5 clip if I ever seen one. My goodness. Run it back. Oh, that was too good. That was too good. Turns out Emrakul was the best draw I could have asked for. Sure, his hand's fine. Plow under. Yeah, keep it. Keep it. Opponent mulligan to 6. Oh my god. Opponent's really mulling over their 6-card hand. Yep, Volk's fine. I get down with survival. I'd get down with survival. Let's go Overgrown Tomb. Taperinos. Pass the turn. Are they going to go for the show and tell plan again? Now, that's really the question here. Let's go survival of the fittest. Pass turn. Even if they go show and tell, I'm okay with it, because then we can just go Avenger, Caracas, Bouncer, whatever thing you put into play is. Demonic Tutor, sure. And what do they draw? I mean, if they show and tell, it's fine. Come on, show and tell me again. Please. Imperial Recruiter. Okay, that's not what I expected you to grab, but what are you looking for? Deceiver Exarch. Well, that's a problem. Caracas. Got him. I guess we could, like, Avenger or whatever. Yep, Mox. Going in. Yep, get in there. Get in there. Let's go. Drop Avenger. For what can we actually... I guess Ashen Rider is probably the best. Discard Ashen Rider. I guess let's grab Emrakul. Go to our turn. Let's exhume. Ashen Rider. Get rid of your Volk. And now they're in a really, really precarious position because they don't have... You gonna flash in the Deceiver Exarch? Sure. Now you don't have double red. Untap your blue mana. Okay. Sure. I could just plow under them next turn. But it's in a very tricky spot. Very precarious spot. Okay, play Bayou. Kill the Exarch. And see what we got. Yeah, counterspell, repeal. Okay. It's fine by me. Jam for 5. Let's go. All right, we got it on a clock now. Next turn, we'll plow under them and make them real sad. The attacking opponent. Tropical Island. Sounds good to me. Let's go. Plow under. Plow under your 2 lands. Just really set him back here. Flash and Deceiver Exarch, short. Tap our Archon, that's totally fine. See you later, lands. And pass turn. All right. And opponent scoops it up. We got 100 play points out of it, so we get another free entry. We broke even, so very nice. Well, that was our Vintage Cube, guys. If you guys like that, make sure you guys go ahead and do me a favor. Drop a like, drop a subscribe onto the channel as well. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of Vintage Cube. What is your favorite cube? Let me know in the comments as well. Make sure you guys are also dinging that bell so you know when we're uploading new content onto the channel. Also, do me a big favor as well. In the description of the video below, go ahead and check out MTGRocks.com for all the fantastic content that we have going on. We got Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty previews, and all that stuff going up as well. Fantastic finance articles as well. So, guys, make sure you check that out. Also, check out our Facebook page, our Twitter, all of that fun stuff. And, yeah, we will see you guys in the next one.